guys, and welcome back to Spirituality with Gabriella. So today we're doing a reading on Will I Achieve Fame and Fortune? So if you're curious if you're going to be famous or if you're going to achieve the money that you want to achieve, then this reading will give you a lot of clarity and guidance. So if you guys like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And without further ado, let's get into the reading. Alright guys, so these are the three piles that we're working with today. Here we have pile 1 with the Amethyst, pile 2 with the Celestite, and then here we have pile 3 with the clear Quartz. So take a second and just turn your thoughts and your intuition inwards. And then once you guys find the pile that speaks to you, you can get your timestamp using the description below and fast forward to your own personal reading. And I will see you guys there. All right, pile 1, welcome to your reading. So today, as I mentioned, we're doing a reading on will you achieve fame and or fortune. So let's find out if you get both or one and get some clarity and guidance on this today. And I have your cards here in my hand, so I'm going to shuffle and let you know what intuitive messages I get today. So let's see what comes through for you guys. I'm just going to pick one more from this deck. Okay. And I'm also going to use the Rider-Waite deck today, so give me just a second. And I'm going to shuffle these quickly so that you guys can see what comes through. We'll get some clarity and guidance. So I'm just going to ask for any clarification on will you achieve fame and fortune. Okay. I'm just going to make sure that these are all upright and then get into this reading. Alright guys, so this is the first card that we got, the Three of Swords. And the good news is I think that the Three of Swords is simply a reflection of where you feel like right now. So you might be feeling a little bit disheartened, like it might feel like you've come across a lot of roadblocks to achieving fame and fortune, but I really don't want you guys to worry because I feel like things are definitely going to change for you. And the reason that I'm saying that is because you have a lot of energy in your spread that is centered around partnerships, balance, and building your skills and kind of getting your skills to a new level. And ultimately, I feel like this is going to make you very successful. So I want you to know that if you are going through a difficult time, just in terms of feeling like you're not meeting the goals that you wanted to, or you're not quite where you wanted to be at this point in time, it's actually okay because I think that that is going to change. One thing that I would really like you guys to focus on is just being more balanced mentally and emotionally. So I feel like sometimes you guys push yourself really, really hard and you kind of work so hard, but at a certain point it might even feel like hitting a brick wall. But you guys have the skills and the talents that you need, and I see that you're going to continue growing them and you're going to continue developing them. So what's really exciting about this reading for me is that you guys already have that foundation. It's not like you need to do anything drastic in order to achieve what you want to achieve. You just need to keep practicing and you just need to keep trying as hard as you can. And I know that that might sound a little annoying if you have been trying as hard as you can, but honestly, just keep going because I feel like you guys do have the potential to achieve fame and fortune for sure. And the primary way that I think you guys are going to do this is through two things. One, through partnerships, and then here through making your skills more visible and just putting more time towards learning and growing. So let's talk about the partnerships for a second. So when we see the Two of Cups, this always signifies a harmonious energy. It signifies partnering with someone, collaborating with someone. Definitely the horizons open up when you're able to work with another person. And so I feel like for you guys, Group 1, you guys have a lot of good skills and talents that you can share with the world. So if you're not already doing it publicly, like on social media or on YouTube or auditioning and stuff like that, if you are into acting, for example, I feel like now is the time to really start pushing yourself more in those areas and also being more open to the potential collaborations that you can have. Because like we see in this card, there's this one person here, and this person is kind of standing still. And this person over here is handing them a cup, right? So one is the giver, one is the receiver, so to speak. And you can see there's a little bit more movement going on here than there is here. And so what happens a lot of times when we doubt ourselves, which is kind of what's happening, is we can get a little bit paralyzed by fear, and that results in us not doing much, right? Because we're scared. And so what I want you guys to know is make sure that you're still being bold with your goals and your dreams, because something good is coming into your field. Here we have an offering, we have a collaboration. And so if there's anyone out there who wants to collaborate with you, who wants to have a partnership with you, then I feel like that's great. You should definitely take them up on it, because I feel like that can help grow your brand and also your following. And it's also good practice for you. So it's not only really good for this point in time, but it's going to help kind of pave the way and build the future ahead of time for you guys. So I feel like that's great for you. And also at this time, I think it's really good if you look for partners as well. So look for partners and see if there's anyone who you can reach out to and potentially collab with. I feel like other people are going to help you on this journey and are going to uplift you, and that's kind of the step that you need. It's almost like you need a step up, but you will for sure get there, and you're going to be able to drive out some of these fears that have been hanging around. So with the Queen of Wands, what I see is someone who is able to really be strategic in the way that they can command their life. They can figure out the direction or the path that they need to go on. And with the Queen of Wands, you know, she is a very innovative figure, but she's kind of patient, and she knows that not everything happens overnight. But just like the sunflower grows here, it takes time to grow something so beautiful, and it takes time to get to this level where you are like the Queen of Wands. But the good thing about you guys, Group 1, is that you guys have a lot of really cool ideas that are going to help you be very innovative in the future. And I feel like they will give you a lot of guidance in terms of how to carve out your fame and your fortune. And so do I see fame for you? Yes, I actually do, because you guys have the World. The World is honestly the most successful card, so when we see the World, we know that you guys are going to achieve fame and fortune. You absolutely will, but it will take sustained effort. But I want you guys to know that that effort is all going to be worth it as long as you are paying attention to your ideas, and as long as you're really tuned in to kind of how you can take your ideas to the next level. I feel like this is really the key for you to get here, which is the culmination of the journey. So whenever we see the World in a spread, it means that that person achieves their goal, they are very successful, and then throughout the process they have become wise. So I feel like you guys might not know everything today, which is totally fine, that's completely normal, but throughout this journey you guys will become wise and you guys will get to the next level. So I feel really happy for you guys, because I know that you guys are going to make it, and I just need you guys to believe in yourselves. You definitely will make it. So here we have the Three of Pentacles. And with the Three of Pentacles, this is a really cool card, because this is all about mentorship and growing and developing your skills. So if you have had some situations where you feel like things didn't work out as planned, it's totally fine, because those are all learning lessons at the end of the day. And you guys are able to use those lessons and channel them towards being even stronger of a candidate. And the reason I'm saying that is because the Three of Pentacles is all about getting really, really good at a certain discipline. So this becomes like your life's practice and your life's work, and it's what you do in your free time. What I'm getting is that it's actually beneficial for you guys to focus more on the skill itself instead of the fame and the fortune, because the fame and the fortune is going to come to you. You know, We already have it here. We know that it's going to happen. It might take a little longer than we think it will at the beginning, but it's definitely going to happen. You're definitely going to get there. So I would just encourage you to keep focusing on your skill, making sure that at this specific skill, you become the best that you can be. And through that, I think that that's going to help you actually get partnerships like we see here. It's going to help you get the collaborative opportunities that you need, and it will help you be more visible. So, more people are going to find you and be able to understand what it is that you're trying to achieve. And one thing that I want to show you guys here is we have this beautiful kind of, it looks almost like a firework, but to me, this is like a peacock. So a peacock is a beautiful animal, right? But it doesn't always show all of its feathers. And so I feel like at this time in your life, your challenge is actually to show all of your feathers and to make all of your talents accessible to the world. Because maybe part of the reason why you haven't achieved fame and fortune yet is just because it's not on the level that it needs to be on in terms of the public eye. So other people are really interested in what you're good at, and you just need to stay consistent because you guys are going to get there 100%. So the Knight of Swords is a really good card for you guys to get because it means a couple of things. The Knight of Swords is an energy that is young and determined. You can think of a knight in shining armor. And so this person is able to persevere and is able to kind of cut through any noise or anything that distracts them from their goal. I feel like all of your free time has to be focused on this larger goal of achieving fame and fortune and developing the skills that you need to get there. And you guys definitely already have a great foundation, so it's really just about becoming an expert in your field or your practice, Once you're an expert, I feel like then success is going to start flowing to you really, really quickly, which is really good. And the Knight of Swords also shows that logic is called for at this time. So if you guys have been feeling at all emotional or at all like maybe you feel like things aren't working out your way, that's totally fine. It happens to everyone, honestly. But just know that the Knight of Swords asks you to be a little bit more logical and to just strategically plan your next steps. Because as you are strategic and as you plan your next steps, you are able to kind of get to the next level. And getting to the next level is what you need in order to bring some of this energy into your life. So I'm just going to ask the cards if there's anything else I need to leave you guys with today, anything else that you need to know in order to achieve fame and fortune. Okay, we have the Two of Pentacles. And so the Two of Pentacles here is, again, kind of about balance, and it's also about being flexible with money. So if you guys are either spending a lot of money or not spending much money when it comes to this goal that you have and the fame and fortune pursuit that you have, kind of be willing to balance it out. So like, for example, if you're not spending a lot of money, then maybe you can put some money towards this goal. And then if you're spending tons of money, then you might want to wind it back a little bit and just try and be a little bit more practical and strategic about how you're using your funds. But this is a really good card because this is also symbolic of opportunities. It also means that things are going to kind of ebb and flow, and that's perfectly fine. It's not like every single month is the same. For you guys, every month is different because you are on this journey to achieving fame and fortune. So just be willing to deal with the ebb and flow during that time. I feel like you guys are going to be really successful, and this is really just a matter of balancing everything and making sure that you stay level-headed during this time. I hope that this reading gave you guys some clarity and guidance today. If you would like a personal reading, you can book using the links in my YouTube banner. And if you would like to give a donation, you can also find that in my YouTube banner. I really, really appreciate it because it helps me buy new decks. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! Alright, pile 2, welcome to your reading. So we are doing a reading on will you achieve fame and fortune, and I'm going to try and get as many messages as I can today. So I have your cards here in my hand, and I'm just going to shuffle and see what comes through. Nice. You guys are doing well so far. I'm gonna get one more from this deck. And then actually this one too kind of fell out. All right, so I'm going to start here with these cards. So first off, you got the Eight of Wands. And when I see the Eight of Wands, that means that this energy is coming into your life pretty quickly. So you might be feeling like fame and fortune is kind of skyrocketing towards you, or maybe like you're even under some kind of pressure to be faster than you normally would. And life generally might just feel kind of fast and kind of overwhelming right now. But know that this is a good thing because fame and fortune is definitely coming into your life. And this is something that once you start to focus on it and once you're really serious about it, I actually see it happening pretty quickly. So you will probably have a very fast ascent to success. You know, that's definitely something that is going to be there for you, which is great. The Four of Wands shows me that you guys are going to be extremely happy with where you end up. So the Four of Wands is all about joy, happiness, and abundance. And it's not only abundance in terms of wealth, but it's really more about abundance in terms of emotional security. So I do think that you guys will achieve fortune in terms of wealth, but I think that the biggest fortune that you get is actually an emotional fortune. Because when we see the Four of Wands, this is a card that signifies just absolute bliss. It's honestly the happiest card in the tarot deck. So whenever I see this, I know that whatever I'm asking about is part of that person's destiny. And so for you guys, fame and fortune is part of your destiny. It is something that you are inherited to, just like others. But I feel like for you guys, you have a special vibe. And that is why fame and fortune is something that it kind of calls you. It's something that you know you need to aim for and strive for. And so you just need to keep continuing on that path. The Page of Swords is a good sign for you guys because the Page of Swords is someone who is young and they still have a lot of energy to share when it comes to this specific goal. With the Page energy, it is a younger energy and it's an energy that hasn't quite been through all of the lessons yet that it needs to go through, but it's a determined energy and it's able to kind of cut through any excess things that you don't need to focus on. And so I feel like when it comes to this goal, you guys are very determined, and I think that that's to your benefit. I feel like your determination is the reason that you end up achieving fame and fortune, and I think you are naturally extremely talented. So I want you guys to know that I get the vibes that you guys really have a lot of unique talents and skills and things that other people can't really replicate. But when we think of the Page of Swords, the reason that those skills are uplifted so well is really because of the determination that is lying underneath them. You are inherited to this, right? And so that foundation of determination is propelling you forward. And that's something that is really helping you when it comes to this situation. We also have the Page of Cups. And so when we see the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups together, this is a really good sign. When we see the Page of Cups, this is associated with young energy, vibrant energy, and also emotional energy. So I feel like you guys are emotionally focused on achieving fame and fortune, and I feel like that's really good. So keep doing that. And be open to just any kind of messages you get that come in more of the emotional realms. So for a lot of you guys, I see you being artists in some respect, like singers, songwriters, stuff like that. Also actors, actresses. I definitely get like the music vibe is really strong here. I think some of you are also painters. And so just keep in mind that your creativity is your abundance, and that is what is going to make you so successful at the end of the day. And so use this emotional wisdom and these feelings that you have, which come to you intuitively, and these have the ability to really inspire other people. So I feel like it's really strong that you guys have this as a skill, because not everyone has that kind of innate emotional wisdom, but you guys do. And so that's kind of your unique value proposition, and that's what you need to focus on most. And then here we have the Queen of Wands, and What I like about this card is the Queen of Wands comes with a lot of determination and focus, but it also comes with strategy. So whereas when we see the Page, it's a younger energy, by the time it gets to the Queen, this is an older, wiser, more strategic energy. And so the energy that's happening right now is you're kind of going on a journey from the Eight of Wands, and you're going all the way through to the Queen of Wands, which here is showing a lot of practicality and being able to achieve that goal. So whatever that goal is that you have in front of you in terms of achieving fame and fortune, you are definitely going to get it. I am super confident about that. So I think you guys are going to do great. And I think you guys are also going to develop emotionally during this time. So you're really going to become more mature during this journey. So that's really good. I'm just going to ask the Rider-Waite deck right now for any clarity and guidance on whether you guys are achieving fame and fortune, and if it has any messages too about how, that's good too. So some of these that I'm pulling are just clarification cards. So they're not the main cards, but they are clarifying what we've already pulled. I'm just going to pull one more. Oh, wow. Cool. So you guys actually got the Page of Swords twice. You can see it one here and one here. And so whenever two cards show up in the same reading, that energy is just doubled. But I'll get to that at the end. I want to start over here and go over. So with the Ten of Swords, it always kind of sucks to feel this way, because this feels like an ending. Don't lose hope, because, the Ten of Swords is an ending, but it's also a new beginning. And so I encourage you guys, even if it is hard right now, and even if you emotionally feel very stressed out, this is also a new beginning for you, and you guys are going to a better place because you have the Four of Wands here, you have the Queen of Wands, you have a lot of good energy in the realm of ideas and skills. And so I know that you guys are going to be successful. And I feel like once you find your niche, like you find the thing that you really want to focus on and you're able to practice it daily, I think things move very fast for you guys. So I don't know if this energy is symbolic of what you're going through now or what you're going to go through in the future, but the Eight of Wands symbolizes quick action and movement. So I feel like you become very focused and determined on something, and you're able to just kind of move along with that and keep that energy going. And I feel like that activity kind of gives you some new hope and shows you that you are going to be successful, like I said. So it kind of shows you the light, and I feel like that's just what you guys need at this moment. We also have the King of Swords, and it's cool that you guys have these sword cards, because some of the sword cards, like if you look at this one, are a little bit heavier and sometimes more depressing. But these cards, like the ones we see here, are not at all like that. In fact, they're about mastering ideas, mastering skills, intellect, logic, and all of that. And so the King of Swords is just showing me that you guys are extremely determined. You have this Page energy here where it shows you're determined to start the journey, and then this kind of solidifies that you guys are going to end the journey. So the King of Swords is a ruler. He's not having to go out and fight like the Page is. You can see that he's sitting on his throne, and here we have the Page who's ready to fight and ready to do whatever he needs to do. But you guys are getting to this king stage, and yes, it might take a few months or maybe even a few years for some of you, but it's totally fine because you get the fame and the fortune that you're looking for. The king is a really good figure to come through in your reading in terms of fame and fortune, because the king symbolizes both of those things. So the king is a ruler. He's someone that others look to and really admire. Other people listen to him. Other people really care about what he says. And so with fame, I would expect that you guys would have a pretty significant following. I really think that you guys will have an audience that is robust. And then with fortune, the cool thing about the king is that he doesn't have to really focus on money because money is just something that is in his life naturally. And so I feel like this is the energy that you guys are eventually moving into, is the fact that money is part of your life, but it's not something that you need to focus on every single day. You don't need to plan for how you're going to get money every single day. In fact, it is through the emotional wisdom that you have and just the compassion and the warmth and the talents that you bring that you are able to get to this King of Swords stage. Page of Swords is a really good card to end the reading on because whenever I see this card in particular, this means that you guys need to stay determined. So the Page of Swords is ready to go on a journey. He's ready to weather whatever challenges come in front of him. But the truth is that he's already been through a lot of challenges and he can really do whatever it is that comes to him. So you guys just need to keep believing in yourself, stay strong, stay focused on the goal ahead, don't get distracted. And as long as you do that, you guys are definitely going to achieve fame and fortune. And I just want to leave this by reminding you that you guys got the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is truly the best card in the deck in terms of happiness and in terms of success, especially when it comes to emotional success and feeling like you have all of the people in your life that you really need. And so with fame and fortune, you guys are definitely going to achieve it 100%, but you guys are also going to create a really great community and people that you're going to be happy living your life with as this continues. So I want to congratulate you guys today. I think that you will do absolutely fantastic. And if you guys would like a personal reading, you can book using my YouTube banner. You can also give me a donation there if you would like to. I really, really appreciate that. And I hope that you guys have a great day. Thank you so much. All right, group 3, welcome to your reading. So this reading is about if you will achieve fame and fortune, and I'll just be trying to get as many intuitive messages as I can on this. So I have your cards right here, and I'm going to begin shuffling them and just see what comes through. Alright, so I'm going to start your guys' reading here. So first of all, I want you guys to know that you have really, really good cards, so I'm super excited for you guys today. So first you have the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is usually just symbolic of someone who feels a little bit like they're not quite sure what the future is. I would say that they feel a little bit hesitant, right? And it's perfectly fine to feel hesitant. Sometimes this can come with some feelings of anxiety or torment, but the truth is that you guys are totally going to be successful because you have some really amazing cards here, one of them being the Chariot. And I just wanted to point out to you that you have the Lovers, which is 6, followed by the Chariot, which is 7. And that's a really cool progression that we're seeing here in this reading in particular. So with the Lovers is a good card because this is, first of all, a destiny card. So it's part of the major arcana. And this symbolizes to me like this is something that you are meant to do. It's part of your life's purpose to achieve fame and fortune. And so I feel very confident that you guys are going to achieve it. This typically has to do with partnership of some kind. So you might achieve fame and fortune with somebody else. So you can think of having some kind of collaborative energy with someone else. So I'm thinking of like couples that start their own YouTube channels, or it could be just like a business partner that you find. But this extends to both relationships and business. So I first of all get that the thing you will achieve fame and fortune in is something that you guys are really passionate about. I feel like you have a strong passion and a strong will to do this thing. And I also feel like it's something that the other person is passionate about as well. So this could come in the form of a co-founder, a business partner, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, something like that. But I feel like you guys will have a significant partnership that helps you achieve fame and fortune. The good thing about this partnership is it doesn't overshadow you in any way. It's definitely not like that. I feel like instead this partnership uplifts you and makes you more successful and gives you more visibility, and because of that, you are actually more passionate about what you're doing. So I feel like fame and fortune is definitely in your field. You also have the Chariot, and the Chariot is one of the best cards. So here we see Success card. We see someone who is able to kind of go through a journey, which sometimes is long, but the Chariot is the vehicle to success. And, in the Chariot card, there literally is a chariot that this person is sitting on in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. And that is very significant of someone who is regal as well. So if you kind of think back to like Egyptian times or whatever type of time that you want to think of, when people were sitting on thrones and had the whole public looking up to them, this is kind of the energy that comes with the Chariot card. So the energy of 7 as well is a very spiritual number. And when we see 7, we also know that this, in terms of numerology, has to do with this person's spiritual purpose and spiritual path. And so, like I said, you already have that energy with the 6, with the Lovers, but with the 7 and the Chariot, I am 100% sure that you guys are going to achieve fame and fortune. So I hope that that makes you very happy today. Now, we also have the Knight of Wands, and I love this card because the Knight of Wands is just like a traditional knight that you would think of in like a jousting ring, right? So the good thing about the Knight of Wands is they are intuitive, they have a lot of ideas, but they also have the practicality to kind of carry those ideas through. And they are able to move with speed and be agile, which is good. And the cool thing about the Knight of Wands is they are also able to be competitive. So I'm not suggesting that you try and be super competitive or something like that, but like I said, a knight in a jousting ring is able to literally kind of like knock off other people who are on the horses. And so I'm not saying that you should do that at all, but what I am saying is you guys will be able to outperform some of your competitors. And I feel like for some of you, this is significant because some of you are in a competitive field. For example, if you're acting, singing, dancing, stuff like that, it can get very competitive. And so this isn't to downplay other people's talents at all. I feel like everyone has their own unique talents, but this is just to say that you will be able to rise above and you'll be able to kind of make it through the entire journey, whereas some people that you might meet will decide to stop along the way. And I feel like you don't stop, you keep going. So that's really good. So I'm just going to shuffle this deck right now, and you guys might already be familiar with it if you watch a lot of tarot readings. Okay. And I'm just going to ask for any clarity on the messages that we've gotten already, any clarifications that the deck wants to share with us. My gosh, look. Okay, so you guys got like literally one of the best cards in the deck. And it's funny because it's next to the Tower, but so I only do upright readings. For those of you who watch readings where there are reversals, you might actually interpret this as it being kind of overcoming this part with the Tower, Usually what the Tower signifies is a surprising or shocking event or something that the person notices, and after that they're not able to see the situation the same way. With the Tower here, I don't get bad vibes at all about this, so I just feel like this is kind of more of a spiritual awakening that you guys are coming to, and I think this is actually a very positive thing, especially because if you look at all of the other cards, they are just so positive, so you always kind of have to take it in context. So with the Page of Pentacles, what I see in you guys is a lot of promise. So you are literally a rising star. You are really good at what you do. You're getting even better at it every day. People, I think, are already recognizing you and already telling you that you're really good at what you do. And so I just say continue with it and be willing to show your talents and your skills on a broader level, because I feel like you guys absolutely are going to be famous and are also going to have a lot of money through your fame. So that's really exciting. And then here with the Ten of Cups, this is honestly like the best card that you could end this reading on, because the Ten of Cups is all about absolute joy, success, and fulfillment. And so this path for you, it might be a little different from what some of your friends and family are doing, but I feel like you develop a really good community over time, and people who are also like-minded come into your life, which is really, really cool for you guys. And then at the end of the day, you succeed and you achieve everything that you wanted to achieve, if not more. So as you can see here, these people are celebrating. They're extremely happy. They have kids, playing and running around. And all of these cups signify wealth in some level, but they also just signify kind of reaching the emotional pinnacle that you guys needed to reach. And so you guys are going to be able to get there. You guys will definitely be famous. You'll definitely have a lot of fortune. So I'm really, really happy for you all today. I hope that this reading gave you guys some clarity and guidance, and most of all, I hope it gave you hope to keep continuing on your path and continuing with your talents and your passions. You guys have some amazing skills. I can just feel the vibes from this reading, so I'm really proud of you all, and I want you to continue with it. If you guys would like a personal reading, you can get one using the links in my YouTube banner. It's just my Schedulisty link. And then if you would like to give a donation, which I'm always really grateful for, you can give a donation using the Buy Me a Coffee icon. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much.